For Complex News, I'm Speedy Mormon, and DMX passed away this morning at the age of 50. Last night, Twitter was on fire with RIPs and people trying to confirm sources when comedian Lou Nell jumped the gun and shared something that she shouldn't have on her Instagram stories. This forced X's manager, Steve Rifkin of Loud Records fame, to quell those rumors and clarify that the man, also known as Darkman X, was still with us. DMX was rushed to White Plains Hospital on Friday night from a suspected drug overdose, which triggered a heart attack, which then led to little to no brain activity. X was put on life support while medical professionals worked around the clock to run a battery of tests on him to hopefully see signs of normal brain function. Unfortunately, they were not able to, and his family decided to make a very tough call. In their statement, his family said, "We are deeply saddened to announce today that our loved one, DMX, birth name of Earl Simmons, passed away at 50 years old at White Plains Hospital with his family by his side after being placed on life support for the past few days. Earl was a warrior who fought till the very end. He loved his family with all of his heart, and we cherish the times we spent with him. Earl's music inspired countless fans across the world, and his iconic legacy will live on forever. We appreciate all of the love and support during this incredibly difficult time. Please respect our privacy as we grieve the loss of our brother, father, uncle, and the man the world knew as DMX. We will share information about his memorial service once details are finalized." X's record label Def Jam also released a statement saying, "Def Jam Recordings and the extended Def Jam family of artists, executives, and employees are deeply and profoundly saddened by the loss of our brother Earl DMX Simmons. DMX was a brilliant artist and an inspiration to millions around the world. His message of triumph over struggle, his search for the light out of darkness, his pursuit of truth and grace brought us closer to our own humanity. Our thoughts and prayers are with his family and all those who loved him and were touched by him. DMX was nothing less than a giant. His legend will live on forever." The polarizing rapper had one of the more interesting and tumultuous careers in music history. Since he first came on the scene in 1998, DMX immediately endeared listeners with not only his unique voice and trademark growls and barks, but also his incredibly brutal introspection. It gave us a glimpse into the psyche of a genius truly torn between good and evil. His hardcore raps about his life as a stick-up kid in Yonkers, New York, mixed with prayer skits and religious themes, taught a generation of fans that it was okay to be vulnerable, that it was okay to cry when life was getting the best of you. X never lost that vulnerability. His harsh exterior and aggressive style made that vulnerability even softer. DMX showed us what true transparency looks like. The honesty in which he rapped and in which he conducted his interviews and public life made fans sympathize with his ongoing battles with substance abuse. He shared his pain with us, opened up about the demons he was battling, and he was nice. X got busy on the mic. He was undoubtedly one of the best to ever do it. During the mid to late 90s, he built up an incredible buzz with notable guest features on Mike Geronimo's Time to Build, alongside his arch nemesis, as X would say, Jay-Z and Ja Rule, LL Cool J's 4321 with Meth and Red, and The Lox' Money, Power, Respect, alongside Lil' Kim. This set the tone for his mind-bending video for Get At Me Dog, the lead single from his debut album, It's Dark and Hell Is Hot. Shot in black and white in the legendary Tunnel by Hype Williams, the energy captured in the video encapsulated the feelings and emotions the streets of NYC had for his music. DMX released both his debut album, It's Dark and Hell Is Hot, and his sophomore album, Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood, in 1998, with both going platinum, which was unheard of at the time. In that very same year, he reunited with Hype Williams to star in Belly, alongside Nas. There is not a rapper on the planet with that kind of rookie year, and we'll probably never see it again. He's the only artist to reach #1 on the Billboard 200 chart with their first 5 albums in the history of music. Not rapper, artists in general. So let that sink in. Darkman X was the biggest rapper in the world at one point. He starred in movies alongside Jet Li and Aaliyah, and had a beautiful statement for her at the beginning of her Miss You video after she passed away.
Dearest, sweet Aaliyah, I have trouble accepting the fact that you're gone, so I won't. It'll be like we went for a while without seeing each other.
He was on top of the world, but then legal issues and his demons started to get the best of him. We've seen glimpses of greatness from him since then, but he was never able to capture the magic he had musically during that period again. Even while he was in and out of rehab, court, and jail, he remained beloved, and while his music was oftentimes dark, X was far from that when dealing with the public. He went viral a few years ago when footage surfaced of him and a friend riding a slingshot. There's also that time he rapped Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and we did a Christmas-themed video with him during the holidays last year.
Santa gonna give it to you, he gonna give it to you, El's gonna give it to you, they gonna give it to you. You like that one too? What I sing?
There are plenty of videos of him dancing and laughing, like the one of him meeting his hero Rakim and him backstage enjoying some Lisa Lisa and Cult Jam. There are threads of chance encounters and stories about how nice he was to fans and children in the neighborhoods he's lived in after he became famous. No matter the chaos in his life, X was always energetic and happy when you ran into him in person. That's what we loved about him. He represented the duality of man, the good and the bad. Look, this is a devastating loss to the hip-hop community, but also to the world. It's something that we may never truly get over. DMX will live forever through his music. And so Complex would like to extend our deepest condolences to his friends and to his family. May he finally find the peace that he so desperately sought. Rest in power to DMX. For Complex News, I'm Speedy Mormon.